They're doing another fucking Bill and Ted. Like,
are they really?
Did you not see that picture today?
Oh no.
It's them like it was taken like they said it got taken yesterday for Entertainment Weekly. It's just them in the phone booth and it says they're back. And I guess it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music. And it's like it's gonna be the third one that they always wanted to do. So it'll be interesting to see.
Keanu Reeves is just as handsome.
Dude, the other guy is aged.
The other guy hasn't aged like Keanu Reeves?
No,
I'm joking. No one does.
No, that's true. He still looks like you look at him and you go, it's the same dude. Like, the beard is the only thing that makes him look older. But yeah, no, I think the beard is the only thing that's, like, aging him, that makes him look older right now. Like, if you shave it, he's still got that fucking baby face under there.
Dude, he's so funny, man. He's just like...
He doesn't give a fuck, too.
1 in a million. He's such an interesting guy.
He's like, we've talked about it. I think he is our #1 seed if we could interview one person. Like,
totally, that's a good idea.
And like, I feel like it would like, and I'm like, it's one of those moments. Like, I remember when is that thing recording?
No. It is both.
Okay. Like the one thing, yeah, obviously, well, the one thing that I like about him is like, or that I would hope like that you meet him like that he's not a prick. Like, I would just hope that he's not.
I really doubt he is.
I don't think he is. Everything I've heard is like he's a really cool dude. He's super fucking interesting. But for me, I would be like, I remember when I met Kevin Smith. Like, I walked up to him like, okay, this is the moment where, and he was like playing blackjack at like a table. It's like, this is how we know if he's a dick or if it's all fucking true. And he comes up, I was like, hey, I don't mean to bother you. I just wanted to say, like, thank you for the show. And he's like, hey, come here, man. Let me talk to you. And I was like, holy shit. Like,
that's so good.
Yeah, no, he ended up being, like, a really... Oh.
Are you going to put that on the whole time?
Oh, yeah. So once you cut in from where we... Or once you...
Jesus.
You don't like it, Greg?
That's fine.
You will refer to me as the hipster luchador. What do you call it though? But yeah, Ghostbusters. I mean, I thought the pusher ones. Did it light up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just holding in now.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem, man.
That tastes so nice.
What are we doing?
It's like bubble gum.
It's so like it puts me to sleep every night. It's exactly what I need to sleep.
It's bubbly gumbly. Oh, are you gonna smoke that on camera?
Well, I mean, we can smoke it if you don't want. We can do it during the podcast.
We can do whatever you want.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
we can smoke. I don't care. I love looking at people smoke weed. That's one of my favorite things.
It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for that.
You said this was crack weed?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way Nathan explained it to me. He got it for his girlfriend for Christmas, and he researched the best weed. So he
how much was it?
$27
for
this?
That?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's some high shelf weed.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at. I think it's like, and they didn't even know, like, I mean, like everything about it is smokable is the way I've been told.
Wait, 27 with tax or before tax?
27 like out the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's picking up pretty well on this one.
That's awesome.
Well,
all right, cool.
Sounds better than this one because I think it's.
What's your podcast called?
You're here, right?
Yeah, the Here podcast. But I'm starting a new podcast, and this is gonna be like on a new podcast.
Okay.
Oh,
it's also gonna be
we're breaking ground.
Inaugural.
Well, yeah. Well, it'll be like the 50th episode on that one, but then like.
So this is like is this your series finale?
It's getting close. 52 episodes.
New 52.
That's a good ball. More 52 weeks, and I've done it for 2 years.
Oh wow!
And I really want to do. I just want to make one that's not my podcast got really personal, It got kind of whiny, and so I wanted to like make something that was like not that.
God, don't we get that enough of the music, am I right? Oh,
Exactly.
I'm waiting in Reno. I honestly have heard very little of your stuff, but I do like
He's
it.
doing a shtick.
This is the character, by the way. The nice guy you've seen, he goes away when we come in here. Like, there's a much angry... You're going to see a different side of me tonight, so I apologize.
I can tell with that mask.
Yes.
We're going to do a clap real fast.
Okay.
So that I can get both the... Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna go for it.
Nice.
So, you all just use your full names? Like,
Yeah,
when I introduce you guys?
Yeah, go right ahead. You can use my full name. I don't give a shit. I know half the people at our work smoke weed, so I'm really not that.
Aren't you kind of anonymous right now with the mask?
Oh, I'll pull it off at some point, I'm
We're
sure.
wearing beanies too, I realize that.
Yeah, I know.
I have to wear it now.
Actually, that would distinguish you as the host. Like, people would be like, why does that guy have his hat off? He must be more in charge.
He's the
It would have been better if we all had ski masks on. We just went like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
Or we all had.
By the way, if I ever need to rob a place, I'd like to borrow this.
No.
No, I won't link it back to you. You just rub your hands all over it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome and introduce to you the folks from the High Weirdness podcast. Greg Henry, Ben Colton, and we are in their studio. I'm at their house. I'm on their ground. We are doing it. It's getting wild. It's high
right.
weirdness right here.
Getting high. We're definitely going to get weird.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
And I wrote I didn't write it. I wrote it with Greg. We made.
But it was your baby. I
No, we wrote it together.
That's true.
That's 100% a co-written song.
Oh, I agree. Like, it is, I feel like it's your melody and like...
Well, you came up with melodies too.
Well, and I feel it's like, I hear his ideas. He gave you what the show's about and you two collaborated from there.
How it started was I went on your podcast and like I was just on your piano and I did like a 3-4 note thing and you were like, I like that, and you recorded it and you just built like the whole structure of the song just like off this little thing where it's like dun dun dun.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I understand.
And then we
That's so
musically
weird.
fucked for a while, but it got it,
What?
We musically fucked.
Oh yes, we did.
We
Definitely.
jived.
Musically 69.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
I feel like
we came.
I feel like I've talked to you about this before. Did you ever watch the
Did you give him?
He gave it to you.
Yeah.
So thanks, ass. 50 episodes, and this is where it goes. Guess who's turning heel tonight?
This fucking guy. Who is he? The mask.
Wait, what were we?
My point was, have you ever seen the Andy Dick Show?
No, I never have.
So the Andy Dick Show was like the second attempt to do a show like the Tom Green Show, except it wasn't as good. However, there's an entire episode where there's a running joke throughout it where Andy Dick wants Moby to write his theme song. And, like, the entire time, like, Moby's like, well, what do you think about this? And, like, he just keeps debasing Moby and telling him he's trash the entire time. And at one point, Moby's just sitting there with his head against the keyboard, just playing one note like this, and then starting to play another. And Andy Dick goes, what's that? And he goes, oh, it's this thing I play when I'm really stressed out. He goes, yeah, let's use that. Jesus fucking Christ, we've been here for 8 hours, and then just walks out. It's the funniest fucking joke ever. Like, that's how it feels like this was with you. Like, that either you were like the guy who was just like, hey, we could maybe do this, and I don't see Greg as the guy who's like, no, we're fucking doing it this way. Like, but I like the idea that that was your collaboration. And it was a lot nicer.
Ben, no more weed.
They used my name before.
This is really strong.
No, this is
like crack weed, yeah.
Well, it's good, right?
It's strong.
I'm so glad. This was my favorite.
Yeah, that's. I don't think I can even handle any more of it.
We could. Is it? How do you stop a joint?
Oh, if he says the cone, you see, just put it in there,
Oh, it just
and it'll put it out.
really.
Yeah, just put it upright, and go. Watch this.
Oh, that totally makes
Science.
sense. Man, look at this shit.
It's oxygen.
And that doesn't waste weed.
Yeah.
Normally you're like, fucking the joint up.
Oh,
Damn,
You're learning
that's
something. You're
Yes.
learning something.
Look at this. I didn't know this was an education podcast.
It's
It
educational
really-
about drugs.
It really is. Well, educate us a little bit about your guys' podcast. This is going to be we're doing part 1, part 2, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is So this is
part
this
one.
is like when this is like Batman versus Superman, except you're gonna love this. Like this is a good thing. We are seeing two great tastes come together: peanut butter, chocolate.
You guys would be. Oh, I don't know.
Would you be chocolate?
I was thinking who would be Batman, who would be Superman.
Yeah.
You're very likable. Like
You're
the
definitely-
cops have never chased you
You're definitely more
in terms of your likability. So I think you're Superman, and it's not a bad thing. But like
I love Superman. I
Oh,
wish
good.
I was just fit.
Batman,
I just wish I wasn't shaped.
do you wish we could digitally
I really
remove your
think-
mustache?
No.
That was the worst.
It was
I didn't hate the movie. I actually liked it a lot.
I really hated all the red shit at the end. Like when
Oh, yeah.
the movie just turned. I mean, all those movies do that. They're just like, oh, what if just put a bunch of shit on the screen? No emotional stakes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Overkill.
I mean, it happened with Wonder Woman a little bit. It happens with all of them.
Yeah, but you were saying this
Definitely
is the crossover podcast. You wanted us to
We're
say
doing a Swapcast.
Yeah,
Swapcast. I like it.
Yeah.
I like crossover, but Swapcast is
Well,
good.
that was coined by
Oh, is that a thing we have to do?
drinky comedian, really funny.
Yeah,
Who?
drink it.
Paula Tompkins?
No, that doesn't really explain because
I don't know every one of them.
Yeah, every one of them.
Stanhope?
It's like, yes, Stanhope.
Okay.
Thank you. I was like, it's like a.
I was like, who
Drink.
drinks?
Oh,
Stanhope.
it's not. Yeah, Stanhope.
Drinking a nice
So, yeah.
solid bourbon.
And him and Chappelle, I would say, are the best.
Yes.
But really Stanhope.
Oh my god.
I don't really know much of his stuff. I just know him like when he
You just
took.
go listen to all
Oh,
his
yeah?
albums. He's
Yeah.
got like 8 or
Also,
9 now.
the closest thing I know of him is like he's telling the Aristocrats joke in that movie.
Oh, you have not like watched one of his specials?
No, I've never seen
Dude,
it.
there is no one like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope.
He will blow your fucking
Oh, I'm
mind.
gonna check it out.
If you can imagine, like,
I always love catching a new comedian since like certain ones now aren't allowed in the house. I'm not allowed to listen to Louis C.K. in the house.
Oh.
I'm sorry, like, and I'll be honest with you, it's kind of ruined for me
Louis?
a little bit.
Oh,
a
what?
little bit.
Come
I wish,
on.
dude. It's the same way I feel about Kevin Spacey.
Oh, you're gonna compare those guys?
No, like not in the same way. Like anything new he does.
I watched Baby Driver after the Kevin Spacey.
Oh, I watched
and
it-
was
I watched it before.
Damn, Kevin Spacey's
I got-
a damn good actor.
Man, I guess
Can
fucking them
act
little
the
boys.
fuck
Yeah,
out.
but my point being, no, not at all. I got that
Oh,
before
man,
it happened.
really?
My dad, by the way, he just got back from Vegas after hanging out with his friend for like a month, and they just got high and played golf every day.
That's dope.
It was so fucking hysterical to hear stories. They watched Baby Driver, and like at one point, my dad turned to me and goes, "I guess Kevin Spacey can't ruin anything." Like he loved it.
So good.
My dad was so into that movie.
Yeah. What a role to go out on before you.
I mean, honestly, it is like it'd be like, man, this, and like I will tell my kids, they'd be like, and this was his last movie. They go, how did he die? I go, he didn't. He committed public suicide because he fucked a kid.
I love that you're sitting your kids down and
And just showing the Baby Driver.
This is the last one.
That's John Hamm. He's in
Before-
Mad Men. We're gonna start that next. No, we were talking about this like the other day. We were like, how do you what am I gonna expose my kids to, or am I just not?
I just want to really fast say I will watch Louis and listen to Louis so many times,
I
dude.
can't. I
want
can't.
more. Like Harold.
I mean, I love the show. The show is brilliant. I honestly believe he
I
was.
don't know why I said Harold. Horace and Pete
Horace and
is
Pete.
so
I can't get into
fucking
it.
good.
I can't get into it.
Oh,
I can't. It's
dude,
so
Louis,
frustrating.
Louis is the most talented person
think you-
that we've got.
I think you and my dad need to start a podcast. You guys like a lot of the same stuff. It's really.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm not defending what he did, but
No, I know you're not.
When he comes back, I'll pay $50 to see him.
I mean, I saw him in concert. It's arguably the best
I don't
comedy.
care.
It's arguably one of the top 2 experiences in a concert I've ever been to. And I'm not counting wrestling.
What's the other one?
God, let's see. Oh, filming Sonic Youth. Filming Sonic Youth has to be number 1. Did you?
I didn't know you did that.
Oh, there was a summer, the summer I graduated high school,
that's
I was with
so
this
cool.
guy named Mike Albright, and Mike Albright started this nonprofit called Project Moonshine, and it was to get kids to shoot a documentary about Art Town. And he got it, but his friend got him backstage access to the Sonic Youth concert that year, and we got to go up personally and film. I've had at least a 25-minute chat with Kim Gordon. Like, and we have it on tape where we're just interviewing her. We talked to Thurston Moore. It was fucked up and weird. Cool, and it was like right after, do you remember their album, Rather Ripped?
No, I don't know them that well.
Rather Ripped is like was like kind of their like, oh, like, hey, they've gotten into a mature phase. And I did this because I had to do a bunch of research on them. And like, there's like, it's a brilliant album. It's really nice. And you can tell it's an older, less like...
You know you have a mask on.
I know.
Yeah, right. You're trying to
but how compelling is this? How compelling is this? Like, audience is on the edge of their seats, by the way.
Okay.
Is it? Do you want me to do mask?
I mean, do you, dude. Okay.
It was getting hot in there. I'm so glad I said something.
It's just hard to like not think about you wearing that mask.
I can't wait to watch this and be like, holy crap, he looks so scared. Like,
the Beanie Boys.
Yes. That's the new podcast, the Beanie Boys.
The bearded Beanie Boys.
Good. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Wait, we need 3 because then we can become the triple B.
But,
the bodacious bearded Beanie Boys.
There we go. All right.
Oh wait.
You got 4
No, it is 3. Bearded Beanie Boys.
Or the boozy.
The boozy bearded
Beanie Boys.
Yeah. Okay. So the boozy bearded Beanie Boys.
Let's get into. So we've gotten high. Let's get into some. What's the weirdest shit going on right now, Greg?
What's the weirdest shit going on right now?
Yeah,
because he's stealing all of our topics for the next show. He's gonna sink us.
Do you know about this whole? No,
you're gonna go.
No.
I remember. I like where you're going.
Like Roseanne tweeted something about like Trump stopping, but like the research I did was like Trump had nothing to do with that.
No, not
like
really.
It was like a European sting, and they did break up like it was like a tweet about a child pedophilia thing, and like
but it just back up. What's going on here?
Okay, so Roseanne tweeted yesterday,
or she's all of a sudden back in our lives. God damn, her
and
Trump.
I'll be honest with you though. I'm kind of curious to watch the new episode. I'm really.
already got renewed for another.
I know, like John, dude, I love John Goodman. I want to experience this. Like, I want to experience because I think he's criminally underrated. I think he does not get the love he deserves. That dude should have 2 Oscars. That dude should have 2 fucking Oscars, and nobody appreciates it.
He's a character actor.
He's amazing. Him and Steve Buscemi are never going to win Oscars, and that worries the shit out of me because they are better than
like lifetime achievement.
I don't want that. That's not enough. That's the we fucked up and there's no way you're making another movie before you die Oscar. Like, or that a movie that won't even come close. Like,
I could see Goodman winning.
I mean,
I can't see Steve Buscemi winning. But I can see Goodman.
Buscemi is good at it.
I'm just like, I got cancer, and blah. They'll be like, John Goodman has cancer. And then he'll be like, that's what was it, like 3 Billboards was just that. It was like, let's put it all in the pot. Everything that racism,
we talk about it every year, me and my girl. We say, okay, let us pick
Best Picture? No. Shape of Water, right?
Thank fucking Christ. Did you see Shape of Water?
I did.
I think best movie of last year. I honestly think they got it right. About every 5 years they get it right. No Country for Old Men was the last one they really got right.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not tying up threads.
Sorry.
Ben, you're.
Sorry, Roseanne. All right, I'm back. I'm out for a second.
No, we're talking about Roseanne.
Roseanne. Yeah, like you were bringing up the tweet she recently did with. She was basically saying that Trump stopped a lot of human trafficking this year. That was the gist of it or something. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was saying like, well, if he does his job, that's, or I don't remember what she said now.
So basically what she's saying is Trump stopped this human trafficking, but when you really dig deep enough, he actually didn't.
Well,
and it was a sting set up by somebody else, and Trump is getting the credit for some reason.
The thing is, there's been lots of stings this last year. There's been a lot of arrests, but not like a ton. There's been over 2,000 arrests. So, and I don't know what the statistics were for the years ahead of that, but that may be nothing new.
But this isn't like in America. This is like in Europe.
Oh no, in America too. There's been a ton here.
Oh, okay.
There was one a few months ago in California. There was 268 people were arrested. Like, I think somewhere between like 20, maybe I could be off. Like 30.
Only men. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Only men run these things.
Yeah, but like.
Oh, I thought you meant only men were arrested. I was like, yeah, probably. Yeah, but we're kind of evil right now.
The one thing he did do was a month ago he made a fucking
just John's face. Like,
I'm sure there were women.
No, but I love that. Like, you did that. Like, yeah, we done fucked up. We're in a lot of trouble these days. Like, but you weren't gonna say it. Continue. So this, I mean, like, what's everyone up in arms about? Because he wasn't a part of it. I mean, it's fucked up.
All I know is that it has something to do with conspiracy theory.
Has he taken credit for it?
I came to the right place.
So this is what she said. President Trump has freed so many children held in bondage to pimps all over the world, hundreds each month. He has broken up trafficking rings in high places everywhere. Notice that. I disagree on some things, but give him benefit of doubt for now. That's what she said. So now.
Okay.
Now I know.
Okay.
I know.
But then it turned out that he wasn't involved, at least with the one she. But you're saying that happened all year.
Yeah, like dude, it's been.
I just really doubt that's his priority. Like, I'm gonna do good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he cares about doing good.
The one thing though he did do was he signed an executive order a couple months ago, said anyone involved with human trafficking or human suffering in general would have all their assets taken, and also if their associates have their assets taken. So that was one thing he did. That was fuck, I could probably pull up the date, but yeah, that was made a few months ago. So there was where Roseanne's getting all this is because she pays attention to the Q. And I told you all that crazy shit the last time I saw you, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
She because she tweeted about him and she got kicked off of Twitter. Wow, that's.
Oh no! You saw my titty pictures.
Those are my fat pictures.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Awesome.
That was so great.
I was just processing what was going on.
Oh, that was
my god.
Dude, you look great.
That was amazing.
You look amazing.
Let me explain that. It's not porn.
For myself.
I like that. I just was like, didn't know what was going on
It's
for a while.
recording.
Is it?
No, it isn't. Shit. That's weird. I must have stopped it.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna have to do another. We're gonna have to do another clap.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Oh, there's one. It doesn't matter where we're at.
There we go.
We got it. Whatever.
Oh, that was really embarrassing, though. I'm really.
No, that
Don't
was
be.
no.
Dude, don't be at all, man. You're first.
I don't know where
like.
you. Okay.
I can't even see anything because you're in front of the
Yeah,
camera.
no, I wanted to see if.
My chance to put back on the mask. We probably lost all that.
I'm trying to see my jerk off pictures because that was coming up next. Just saying. I'm kidding.
Oh my god, could you imagine like we see those jerk off pictures for some reason?
The FBI just keeps an idea for sure.
Wow.
So you were okay. So here's my. So I like what you're saying about this. Here's my thoughts on this. Okay, if you guys.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying because I don't know anything about this.
Well, no,
Okay.
but the Roseanne thing. Okay, so if you guys, if there was a bad edit somewhere in the volume, just know that we were talking about Roseanne, and this might help you edit a
We
lot.
should.
Yeah, we were
As
talking
we
about
should.
Roseanne with the President Trump tweet. Here's my theory. Roseanne is the final contingency plan to get him out of office. Hear me out on it. Here's what I'm saying. Roseanne supported Trump. She is a deep cover agent for the Democrats. And no, hold on, wait. They brought her show back when they need to get him out the most. She starts it here with subterfuge, saying like, "Oh, he did this." It's going to get a lot of heat put on him because nobody likes anything less than people taking credit for things they didn't do. So, I think she is the last contingency plan. This show doesn't come back this quick without a reason. There's got to be something going on.
Well, the reason is that ABC pulled and brought back American Idol, and because they're appealing because Trump won, and they were like, "Oh, the country's like way more crazy than we thought. Okay, let's give them shows."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't necessarily think people who voted for Trump shouldn't have shows made for them. I mean, I don't like him at all. I hope he gets impeached tomorrow. But I mean, I kind of like. I mean, if there's a character, like whatever. If you no, conservatives don't get to have TV about people like them.
Yeah.
No, it's like, well, why not? Like, I just don't. So you were talking about Q.
Oh yeah, well, like she tweeted about him that she got kicked out of
because she said a thing like, "Have Q call me," right?
Yeah, she said like Q notified me like 24 hours. So then
Roseanne said that?
Yeah.
It's pretty savvy for someone her age to know who that is, I feel like.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can say what you want about Roseanne. I actually like her. I've had her for years because she doesn't bullshit, and she's like, she's kind of like a filthy mouth person, but she's really smart, and she's really well educated. But
no, that show does not represent how smart she is. Like, she's smart with her money, too. She made a mint. Yeah, she's very well, I know what you mean.
And, I mean, like, but what were we talking about? yeah, so she had talked about Q, and then did this whole shit. But so it's like that's all I'm saying. She's just like paying attention to that board, and that's why she said that, because that's what Q is implying, that like there's stuff happening, but that's the thing. It's like we don't really know, because there's just it's now like the funny thing this week, just this week they started this whole like thing where it's like people on YouTube are saying it's a psyop and stuff, and then like. Even when they went on his board, it's like, you're a psyop, and he's like, you failed. That's like his response. And
Q's on YouTube?
No, but like people on YouTube, there's this one group called American Intelligence like Media, I think, and they basically did this video about Q saying that he's a psyop, because the guy on there is like NSA or something. And then that guy has a weird thing where he actually like, has this weird cult, like other side project he does, where it's like the cult of Sophia, or something Sophia. And then that's weird, and it's like, it's just balls.
This is weird, yeah.
Yeah, and people on YouTube are writing like crazy. There's all these like turf wars and like scuffling, and YouTubers are like, fuck this guy! It's really entertaining, actually. But the weird thing was he said that like a few weeks ago, or they said that like that was going to happen a few weeks ago. So he's all, watch the show, they're going to be saying I'm a psyop. That was going to happen, it was just a matter of time.
What was going to happen?
That there was just going to be like this push for like... So we're gonna
wait. So, do you like this Q guy?
I find the thing interesting, and like it's not like I like, but I find how it's unfolding and what it is like in real time is like really interesting, and the fact it could be a psyop is really interesting too.
What's a psyop?
A psyop is a word coined from. Well, I don't want to bring up the guy's name because actually it's kind of a dangerous name, but there's someone that was within the military that brought it up as a psychological warfare. That's basically what it is. So it's a fake thing that looks like something else to cause like disinformation and propaganda and stuff like that. So you could be used for that. It's like the psychological warfare stuff.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is that you can like just put information out there. It's like seems to be true, but it's not. And it's like false information too. It has more things to do with like really getting deep into people's psyches.
So everything that's going on right now.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like
Fox News is like
everything.
Psyop. Yeah.
All the news.
I get this
it's
once
all,
a week.
It's all bad.
It's the best. I get this once a week. He goes into something like this.
Well, I brought it up.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's fucking.
So you were saying like Q, like what is the end goal of this shit? Like, what if he's like if he's predicting this stuff? What is the like? Trump's not a good guy. He's not doing good things. He doesn't have good intentions.
Yeah, he has like
he's not helping people out. Like what's this awesome thing that's going on?
Well,
I'm just really curious. Like, what's awesome that's going on?
Well, I don't see anything super awesome so much.
But he's not saying it's awesome. He's just reporting stuff that's happening.
Well, what it is,
or is he like, oh, the shit's like the world's changing and it's getting like the worst version of what we've ever seen in our country?
Right. Like a lot of times, so it like started out in different phases where it was like more like questions. That's all it was at first. Like, who did this? Why did this happen? This and this and this. It's like very like puzzle-like, and that's why a lot of people make this inquiry that it is puzzles, and there's code within things. So when there's misspellings, that's code, and then there's all these crazy, because like there's a huge community of autistic people out there that have been like following this, and then they like make these huge, strings, the red strings boards to everything.
You mean your other room?
Yeah, my other room.
We always joke, like one of our bits on the show is we talk about that like I can't see him through the strings in this room because he's just got all these connecting theories. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what the show is. The show is like we break each other's balls and we each have specific things we're into.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that honestly, I think the logo of our show says it all. It's an alien in a wrestling mask. Like that's all it is. Like that's perfectly sums up this relationship and what we talk about.
Let's
all right, let's put a pin in this Roseanne thing.
Yeah.
Before that, so like, they're like. What's the point?
What's the point?
What's that? What's
okay?
Like she's just like being like he's doing this great stuff, and that's like,
and like I think she's just like she's in the cult of it. So it's kind of a cult right now, like the cult of Q. That's what I'm calling that right now.
Oh, okay.
So she's following that.
Trademark that shit, dude.
I'm sure
get us our millions another way. But
like,
seriously, man, you put that on a T-shirt. If you can put the cult of Q, and you're the first guy out there, you're gonna have something.
Yeah, he's gonna come after me. He's like,
no, you.
Yeah, no.
Just do that Knuckles, Uganda Knuckles thing to him.
Right. Uganda Knuckles.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Yeah.
You see that? Have you seen Uganda Knuckles?
I don't know what that is.
It was like a short-lived meme. It was like, it's like a...
It looks like Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog, but he's Ugandan, and all he says is, "Do you know the way?"
And he clicks and like tells people they're the devil, and he's like, "Oh, they did," and he's like, "This is my queen." And they go. It started off where they go. It was characters in like a VR chat room, and these people just troll other people. Like they're like stuck in. I think actually what it was actually to break the spell of this like VR thing, which is in a funny way. But they just go attack people and go, "Hey, do you know the way?" And there's like 10 Knuckles surrounding someone, and they start freaking out because they're getting screamed at by all these people. Basically doing that.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that if we'd never done this podcast.
Memes are in and out like that.
Yeah,
you can't. If you're not on the flow, you miss it. I'm like, there's.
I feel like memes are going to become the new stock market. Like that's like you're going to be like, oh shit, Uganda Knuckles is going up. I lost it. Mm-hmm. Like it's that moment in The Simpsons where Martin goes, soy, and like all of the people come in. He goes, Martin, you just made like his dad gives him $10 because they're at the stock market. He goes, you just made $1 million, and like all of you hear you say, and he goes, you got greedy, Martin. All you got is $400. Like, and it's just like that's how I feel memes are gonna be. It's just gonna be up, down. You're never gonna know what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's the internet for you.
I don't know if I even like memes.
I love memes so much. I think they're so funny.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll give There's one that was like. You've seen Black Panther 2 times in 1 week, but you haven't seen your kid in a month. What kind of father are you? Like that's so like
that's great.
Such a funny, and it's like all the I don't know. They're just there. They're fucking so funny. I
Did you watch Black Panther?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Totally, for sure.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, it was
It's not the best Marvel movie ever.
Yeah, was it?
What is the best Marvel movie ever made? Let's talk about it.
Oh, I mean, do you want to get like really deep into this?
What's your top 3?
Okay. Do you want me to go first for a second?
Go ahead.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, actually, I will go 3-1. Number 3.
It sucks we have to count Guardians because it would take like 2 of the top 3 spots.
No, I can hold on. Number 3, Iron Man. You don't get that world without Iron Man. That is the first movie, and it is the only one that makes logical sense, and it holds up incredibly well. There is not a slow part of that movie. That is one of the movies that takes a rare spot on your list because you can watch that movie from any part and you can just enjoy it. It's that good. The Godfather is like that. Blazing Saddles is like that. Iron Man's that first movie. And by the way, you don't have that universe without Robert Downey Jr. He's fucking perfect. And they wanted Johnny Depp or Tom Cruise. And you know who said do it? Jon Favreau. And that's why that dude's doing the Lion King.
Fought for...
Yes. And he took a pay cut. Terrence Howard made more in that money than Robert Downey Jr. did. And he's getting repaid. And there's a reason they're going to kill him in this next movie, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm sure he's...
I think he's done.
Chris Evans are... I bet... Wait, so what was your 3? I bet they're all going to die.
So Iron Man is number 3. Number 2 is going to go to... are we counting the Avengers movies?
Whatever, yeah.
Okay, number 2 is the Avengers. There is not a moment in any other movie outside of my number 1 that gave me this moment. That moment where the Hulk shows up and they're all together for the first time. And shit is fucking real. Like, all the aliens have come through. And Banner starts walking towards that giant slug monster that's like flying through the air. And like, Chris Evans is like, Dr. Banner, I think it'd be a good time for you to get angry. He goes, that's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry. And he just turns into the Hulk and fucking punches that thing. Destroys it. All the Chitauri come down and they start screaming. They do that big circle shot of all the heroes together for the first time. And there's this perfect moment where you have them, and they're all doing something, like Hawkeye pulls an arrow, she's reloading her clip, Thor has the hammer, Hulk is like screaming, and it does this, and there's this beautiful moment where like, it cuts back to Loki, who says, call the rest, and you just see more of them come out of the sky. And there's this really nice moment between Captain America and Iron Man, even though they kind of don't fucking like each other. Iron Man puts aside his ego and says, this dude's the clear leader. He's the one we can follow. And he says, call it, Captain. Beautiful fucking moment. Arguably the best movie, outside of one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I cried twice during that fucking movie. And I was with someone who I had never met before, and I was high as balls. So the last two moments, Yondu's, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yondu's death and Yondu's funeral. I can't get through those movies without crying. Well, that movie without crying. It is arguably the most beautiful ending to a movie. The song is perfectly picked, and I was getting a little tired of all the song stuff at one point in that movie. But that song, Fathers and Sons, clicks on and you're just like, fuck. Like, you know that how it has to be for like a dad. It's such a good movie, and there is not, it's a better sequel. I think the sequel is better than the first. I really do. The villain is better, and that's what makes it better. Kurt Russell's incredible in that movie. Those are my three.
Right. Nerd! Jesus, man.
No, man, I get really passionate about the Marvel movies. I'm going to openly cry in this next one. I know I am. But yeah, Black Panther, I'm sorry. It's really good. It's not the best Marvel movie.
Wait, what's your top three? If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
I love
Ben wasted all of our turns.
I love Doctor Strange. Probably one of the.
Okay.
It's definitely in the top three. So I don't know which spot it
I'll have
fits.
to rewatch that.
But yeah, but probably like this, like we seen Iron Man, like started all. I think probably like that turned on something that like I think for everyone when you saw that, like, oh shit.
You saw you could do it right.
Yeah. So.
That's the other thing. He looks like Iron Man. They did it right. They could have, some executive could have said, fucking change that costume. Why does he look like that? It's like, because that's what Iron Man looks like. You know why Marvel's better than DC? They give us what we want. Comic books in live action form. This is exactly what we wanted. DC doesn't know how to do that. They're fucking selfish. Like, they're like, oh no, we know better. It's like, no you don't. You know who pays for this shit? Fans. And we'll keep paying for it as long as you do it right.
Well, I mean, in DC's defense,
their comics are great.
In like the movie defense, they just, I mean, I guess it's not, I don't think it's really defensible, but they were just doing what they thought they were just trying to do Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were
but
like,
it was like Nolan on acid.
Dude, they're such bad movies.
Well, I like Wonder
There's
Woman.
too many cooks in the kitchen.
I like Wonder Woman a lot. I will say, I really enjoyed Wonder Woman.
I did too, for sure. Yeah,
But, like, I agree. And also, I like parts of Justice League. Alright, finish Iron Man, Doctor Strange. I'm not going to do this again.
You got too high, man.
No, you got too high.
You're way too excited.
I don't get too
I know.
high. I got too high. Can I have that?
Yeah, of course you can. Continue. Iron Man, Doctor Strange. By the way, good call on Doctor Strange.
Yeah, no, it was just, well, that one opens up like the whole magical realm in a lot of ways for the universe.
It's a door opener.
Cumberbatch, it's good.
Did you see it like 5 times in theaters?
I think it's 3 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did that? See something?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
The new one? Did you like it that much?
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll talk this later. And number one?
Number one. Probably Avengers 1, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid number one.
I also love like the Captain America trilogy. That's like the best.
That's the best trilogy. Although, man, Thor. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
He hasn't watched it yet, and he has a copy here. I want him to watch it so badly.
Yeah,
You liked it? Did you like it?
Yeah.
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
I hear this. I haven't spoiled yet, so
He somehow made it without no.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
Let's keep
I
it
liked
out of the.
like you know who's in it and everything, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. My mom and I.
Hey, let's.
Well, no, he knows. My mom didn't know the Hulk was in it, and she got so fucking excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were watching with her. My dad was that time. We were watching with her. She was like, "The Hulk's in this?" I was like, "Yeah," and she goes, "That's incredible." Like, she goes, "Why is he there?" I'm like, "I guess you'll find out." Like, she got so much more invested in it.
That's super cool.
Oh, it was funny as hell. How good is Jeff Goldblum in it too? It's the fucking man. I'm not saying anymore. What about you? What are your top 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Does Guardians take both 2 spots?
I really like those movies. I mean, I don't watch them a lot, but like, I just thought they were really good comic book movies.
Yeah.
I do like Winter
because you
Soldier
took
a lot.
you took the losers and you made a movie.
No one knew shit about those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Even like really, some comic book nerds did.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
even
like they
people
were.
that read comics all the time were like,
If Iron Man is a B-level character, they're like an X-level character.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, you got to be real deep in the weeds to know who Rocket and Groot are.
But it's cool to know that like people, yeah, totally, man. No one knows, and it's just cool that they're doing. I mean, they're just like making everything. They're just like,
I'll equate it. That's our Star Wars.
Make it all. What?
That's our Star Wars.
Guardians.
That's going to be the generation now's Star Wars.
I think Star Wars is my Star Wars.
Well, no. For us, Star Wars. I'm sorry. For us, Star Wars are Star Wars. This generation now, the youngest generation, who's like old enough to like go see this. This is going to be like their kind of Star Wars, I think, because like,
maybe so.
Like seriously, like it has everything. And it works because, like, I remember sitting in the theater and
Kids
I saw...
still really fucking like Star Wars.
Oh, I know they. Oh, I know. Wait, you think I'm fucking high? You don't think I know this?
Oh, you're fucking
saying,
high.
like-
Oh, I'm fucking high, but yeah.
I'm just
But
saying,
like, do you remember like the first
kids are
trailer for
still
Guardians?
super-
All it is them in the lineup being read their charges.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Like it's like, and you don't see any other footage, and the only thing you hear is John C. Reilly and the guy who does the British guy back and forth, and like he says, he says they call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy. He goes, what a bunch of a-holes. And then that Hooked on a Feeling song hits, and it's just them there standing in line, just like waiting to be processed. It's fucking brilliant. I remember seeing that trailer and going, this could fail, but this is going to be the best spectacular failure. And it didn't fail. Like, they're getting a third movie.
Yeah.
And I want to live in that. And the best part about it
that
is,
James Gunn's doing them all too.
that makes me so happy. And it doesn't seem
Most
like...
people get bored.
And it doesn't seem like anyone has, like, fatigue. And it doesn't seem like anyone dislikes each other. They all seem to get along so well. And I think that has to do with they made Vin Diesel a voice, not a person. Because I think Vin Diesel can't get along with anybody. Because who couldn't get along with The Rock? I mean, my boy.
Candy ass Vin Diesel. Didn't he call him candy
Call him
ass?
Candy ass Vin Diesel. So Guardians?
First of all, we don't have to keep talking about movies, but fucking people forever were like, see Fast 5, see Fast 5. That's such a good movie, see Fast 5. And I finally did, and it was so fucking good.
Which one is this?
Yeah, that's the fifth one, right?
Well,
It's
thank
the
you.
first-
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It's
Abe.
the first one with Gal Gadot.
Is it the one? Is it the first one with The Rock?
She dies in the next one, I think, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the second one with Gal Gadot. 'Cause she's in the fourth one where she gets introduced. I don't totally remember what happened in the fifth
who's
one,
the villain?
but it really stood out.
Who's the villain?
Dude, I can't
It's
remember.
not the one with the vault, right?
What?
They're not driving around with the vault. They stole like a vault.
Is the villain Jason Statham?
No, that's later on.
Okay, that's 6.
Because they killed.
Okay, so Fast 5 is his brother. So here's
I can't
how.
remember what happened. Shit, no,
Fast 5. Okay,
Fast 5 is amazing.
Fast 5 is his. But yeah, can I tell you, dude? They get better. Like 6 and 7 are.
I saw 6. I like that a lot.
Did
And
you
then
see 7?
I don't know, dude. It's sad. Paul Walker died, dude.
Yeah.
Bummer, man. He's so
Yeah,
pretty.
He's like
He's like this such
that's
a good
like,
looking
dude, that's
guy.
dude. You know what they do? They pull a brilliant thing. They turn like the guy who you think you couldn't possibly like think would fuck over anyone into the guy who fucks every like, dude. Vin Diesel goes full fucking bad guy. Like the trailer shows you this, and Charlize Theron is in it.
Vin Diesel becomes a bad guy?
Yeah.
Did it stop recording again?
It did.
Okay, we'll just use the audio from this. It'll be
Alright,
fine.
I'm sorry, man.
Is this recording?
Yeah. The red butt.
There we go. There, that would have sucked. And I'm like, well, this isn't recording either. So we've been recording for. You could do like a little bit longer. We
Sure.
good?
Sure.
Figure talk about a few more things, but we're almost.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, no, we don't need the audio from that.
I don't know why I did this.
We're gonna keep our eyes on the doorknobs.
I touched it.
Just fine. I liked Guardians. I like Captain America 2.
Mm.
And I like I don't know. Maybe Black Panther even.
Wow.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty cool.
I think it's very
I
like.
can't. But if I saw a list of them, it'd be easier. Than,
Like I'll say this, I think it is arguably in the top 3 conversations for best first alone standalone movie. Like I think you could put that in. I think I'd put it in the top 3 for that. I would say Iron Man.
I just like Jordan, Michael B. Jordan so much. I just fucking love that guy.
We have a guy who works with us at work. Creed's amazing.
I love all that shit.
I love that Ryan Coogler's next movie with him, he's going to be playing like a school teacher who doctored test scores. Like that's the next movie they're doing together.
Cool.
Like he's in every one of his movies. Like he's his fucking De Niro.
What all movies has he made?
Ryan Coogler did Fruitvale Station. He did Creed. He did Black Panther. And now he's doing this next movie, and every one of them has had Michael B. Jordan.
Who's directing Creed 2?
That's Sylvester Stallone.
I don't think so.
No, he is, I heard.
I think you left it.
I hope it's Ryan Coogler. That's who should do it.
Well, alright, let's talk about some weird shit. We talked about comics. Before that, we were talking about memes.
Good old memes.
Mimi's Cafe.
Beanie's? Oh, the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good sandwiches.
No, I've already had a sandwich there.
It's okay. It's not good.
Well, which is it, Greg? Make a goddamn fist.
I'm sorry, John.
No. I'm like realizing we just like got super off track.
We talked about the Marvel stuff, and you were talking about memes.
And
yeah, you were going on to a third topic. I feel like this is topic 3 now. Because you had the Roseanne, you had the Marvel stuff, and now we're on to this. See, you're going to be able to edit the shit out of this. A little sound.
No, it doesn't. Shit.
You're not editing shit? You don't edit any of yours?
No, you just stream. It's like the...
People know I'm better at saying the ums, but I still say a lot. It's just right there.
Yep.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's one of those things you can't get over. I do it all the time.
Let's talk about weed, I guess.
Let's talk about
weed. Is great.
Yeah.
That's it. You
can't have any...
I mean, like,
answer
I wish I didn't like it as much as I did.
Did you get...
I really wish I didn't. Like, I feel like sometimes this shit, like, really stops me from doing certain things. But, like, then I do shit like this and I go, nah, you're okay. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, there are times, like, I'll just lay on the couch. Like, I could be doing something, but it's like, I'm just high. I think I need to cut back is what I'm getting at.
All right.
Yeah. Give me an intervention, John.
All right, let's have it. I'm down with that. I could spend less money on it.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Like,
I mean, I'll be honest, I think this is the most...
It was cheaper at smoking the same amount. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know,
I think this is the
like
most effective amount. Like, I think getting one of these has really helped me, like, I don't know, not measure it out, but, like, I don't know, I think you get more out of them, honestly.
Keep on looking and think I have more to drink and I don't. That's a bad sign. It's
like, do you have, like...
Wait, can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pause.
I just want to make sure in case you want
We do like 5-6 minutes each. I'm sure that's...
Yeah.
We'll just talk about shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just let it...
We won't be too long. I think you guys are in focus. Enough.
Alright, Ben, what the fuck have you been into? What are you most into right now?
Oh, man, I don't know if we have enough time. A week from today, I will be in New Orleans, going to WrestleMania 34.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's that shit.
Yeah, this is my 3rd WrestleMania. I did not go to 33, I went to 32 and 31. Every one of them is equally amazing and terrible in their own way. This one is shaping up to be incredible. Just to go, I'm not going to cover the whole card. We might talk about a little more on the second half. Here are the 2 matches I will bring up. Number 1, Asuka versus Charlotte. Asuka is this horribly small, feisty little Japanese girl who speaks 0 English.
She fights guys?
No, she fights girls. But she is just... let me put it this way. She has been there for nearly 3 years. No one has ever beaten her. Ever. She is going up against wrestling royalty herself, Charlotte Flair. The daughter of Ric Flair. The most dominant champion.
Real daughter?
Yeah, real daughter. And the 2 of them are going to clash. This could arguably be the best women's match of all time.
What do they wear?
Asuka comes out in like this weird Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat nightmare coat. And it almost looks like things that she's ripped off of other opponents and claimed. Like, it looks like she's taken their wardrobe and just, like, sewn it together. And she comes out in a creepy kabuki mask. Charlotte comes out dressed a lot like her father. Big blue robe, but feathers everywhere. Almost peacock-like. And that would be the way I would describe them. Second match, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles is arguably the best wrestler on the planet. Maybe, it's debatable, but I think you could put him in the conversation for top 4, maybe top 5. And he is wrestling the King of Strong Style, a guy who also, by the way, doesn't speak a word of English, Shinsuke Nakamura. Here is the most he says. Come on, knees to faces, go to sleep. That is it. He cut a promo like this once. This guy was talking about he was going to let the rage out. And they said, Shinsuke, your opponent tonight says he's going to let the rage out. What do you think about that? And Shinsuke goes, rage? Shaking with rage. And then just walks off camera like this. It's the most effective promo I've ever seen. Kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but that looks amazing. Those 2 matches are going to happen. I'm going to be there fucking live. Me and my friend are going to get fucking balls-ass drunk in New Orleans and just watch WrestleMania.
Are you going with Nathan?
No, I'm going with Lindowski.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we're going to go. He's going to pick me up in Houston. We're going to road trip there. Like from Houston to New Orleans.
Is he there right now?
He's in Houston visiting family right now, so yeah.
Because he's in California, right?
No, he's moved to Texas. He works at a new theater in Texas.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fucking fun. That's what I'm way into. Greg?
Greg! See, like, I can see, like, Josh, like, wait, I don't even know who he was talking about. Or what's the rest.
I don't, but
the next time
the
next time we hang out one-on-one, if you want to do another one of these, I will show you one of those matches, and we will have you.
Can we do one where we people can sync up a commentary?
I would totally do that with you.
Right.
I've wanted to do wrestling commentary for a while.
I'd just be like, I had no idea.
Right?
No, but I like it because I like when people are into shit. I think it's so enthusiasm is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Keeps the economy going. The
economy has ideas.
Yes, the economy of ideas. Yeah, totally. What am I into lately? I don't know. Just like to read and do a lot of research into a lot of shit that's probably pointless. I try to get ideas too for the podcast. But yeah, like just things have been so like weird and crazy. Like it's been distracting to like get on one subject and not have like 10 things come out of where I was like, oh, this is happening now, like the Chinese satellites coming down somewhere on the Earth. We don't know where it's gonna crash. It's basically that's happening this week. I don't know if you heard.
Is that really happening?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not gonna be. I think the odds are it's gonna crash somewhere populated, but it still could because the Chinese government hasn't exactly had the best of luck with carrying what their rockets do. They had a launch, I think last year, where the boosters that pushed the rocket up, fell into some like small village and like burned houses and killed people. And there's like they didn't tell them anything. There's like, well, because like usually when you do
people were just like hanging out at in their town and like fucking flames came down from the sky.
Flames.
They didn't explain why.
No, and the giant boosters crashed in their houses and shit, and just no one came out there to even like check on them.
So they have a satellite up there that they're not re-gassing.
Yeah, it's fallen to Earth, and we're not sure where it's gonna go. So that was like one of the recent things I was reading about. I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's like, well, like Elon Musk has a better deal where he has them just land. Those rockets just nicely land somewhere safe. So. We have a better space program than China, let's just say.
Take that, China.
I suppose so.
It's like, well, fuck it. Who cares if it kills people in the name of progress?
So research is what you're way into. Well, no, but I mean, also just like finding out the truth. That's a cool thing to be into, though. Like getting to the bottom of things. Yeah. I wish I was as intuitive as that.
Well, that's the thing too. It's an elusive creature. You can't ever really know anything, and like John and I have this love for Robert Anton Wilson. That's kind of like half the thing.
Who's that?
I told you a little about him. He had the whole idea that like perception's tricky, or everyone has their own reality tunnel, so you don't fully know. No one can fully know or be right about anything, and like even language is a trap that makes things like definite when it should be more. This is the maybe logic. So like yeah, but then you get into weirder stuff like you go. Like they pass like the conspiracies and stuff. That's where the realm where it gets like much stranger, and you can't like really define what's happening there. It gets wishy-washy. I'll be vague about that. So I mean, but that's about it. Just living, trying to enjoy the time we have, because every day we're like, well, there's gonna be earthquakes. I know the volcano in Yellowstone's a bit active. There's a pool underneath. They noticed they're wondering if that's going to pop. So I don't think it will, but at the same time, it's like, well, Ring of Fire too is getting a little excited lately. God, I got really dark there.
No. That's like why when Bill Burr's like, I had to stop conspiracy theories,
right?
Because it's just like so much.
Yeah, it could be that way, but that's why I try to like bounce out of like doing like funny ones too, because we did one on the Montauk project, you know, about that one.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think
Yeah, he's very like, I mean, like, if I can pay him a compliment, I was going to do this on the other show, but I think this is a better place. Like, he does so much fucking work for the show that I come in and be like, oh, this is what happened to me this week wrestling. Like, that's honestly what I bring to the show, and I do it very well.
I bring more.
No, I mean,
we do.
I hate to say it, like Chris Farley, David Spade. You are just you are naturally talented, and you are naturally good at what you do. I have to, and I am too,
Right now.
but you can do so many. Hold on, you can do so many different things despite like not a limitation necessarily, but just despite like being roped into one category. Chris Farley should have only been the funny fat guy. He can do so much more than that. He's so capable of it. David Spade is good at one thing, and he stays in his lane. And that's what I do. I stay in my lane. But he's really good. He does all the post-production. He does everything. So, yeah.
Oh, thanks. No, but we also collaborate, too.
Yeah, we do stuff, but I mean, like...
We do skits.
Yeah, but I mean, like, his shit is way more prepared than mine. Mine is a lot more like, like, as you've seen tonight. But, like, he's got it prepared. Like, you get to hear it every week. That's what I love about our show. If I can go into it, is like I love the fact that he's
shameless plug.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't think we're gonna hear what's the name of your new podcast?
Yeah, did you come up with a name yet?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the John White Here podcast.
Yeah, I like that.
That's my social media.
White Here, White Now.
White. It really is. I really do want to have it like.
You can have that song. You can sing. You can play that song. White Here, White Now, and it's just you singing about your podcast.
Well, I'm afraid if you did that, then you're going to get flagged.
Oh, for sure.
Like, oh, he's a white nationalist. He's like, no, my last name's White.
Although I won't lie to you, there have been times like we had a funny conversation, me and Brielle, about you in the car. And have you seen Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Do you remember where Job goes to jail and he confronts this character named White Power Bill? He's just a giant white guy with a shiv.
Yeah.
At one point, he comes up behind Job and goes, "White power!" and stabs him. And Job goes, "But I'm white." Me and him always that's I don't know why that's the thing we've retained from that show, but we'll just go, "White power!" I started sending him just pictures with like things in the grocery store that had the word white on it, and I would just have it say white flour, like things like that. So me and Brielle were in the car, and she knows like the white power thing, like that's our joke. And she goes, "Have you ever thought about changing John White's name in your contacts to John White Power?" And I was like, "No, I've never thought about doing that, and I'm never going to because it just makes no sense."
I like it.
I know, because I thought about naming your show the White Power Hour, which I thought would just be hysterical.
Get a lot of fans.
Could you imagine? They're like, "Boy, this guy's pretty chill for a white power guy."
Stormtroopers come out of the woodwork.
You get a lot of fans.
We're here to protect you. Oh, you like the show? I would love that. That's your sitcom, by the way. You are a guy who hosts a show called the White Power Hour, but you don't realize that they're taking them as super right-wing messages, and you just are trying to put on an entertaining show. You don't know you're doing it, but it comes off that way. So you're accidentally roped into this thing you have to get out. That's the whole show. The White Power Hour.
Okay, well, I think we said white power enough. Let's just say
they'll never believe any of us are.
Phone records everything. We don't. It's just gonna be already misconstrued.
You're so right here.
He's not. You're so paranoid.
Dude, no, they.
I know.
And that just got recently.
That's proven.
Yeah, it's proven.
It's like they listen to our conversations. Then they fucking send us ads based on the shit we say.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy.
I remember,
and you talked about it on the show about Dolph Lundgren 2 years ago or a year and a half ago.
Exactly. That was really weird.
And then it's totally come out that they do that. They're like, it's such a weird. Yeah. I mean, this is a crazy time, man. This is a crazy fucking time.
Oh man, we live in one of the most interesting times.
For sure.
Yeah.
I hate to say it to make the comparison. You like Star Wars? We're in the prequels. This is really bad. It's beyond bad.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting.
Bad things.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you're just please stop kicking me in the dick. Please stop kicking me in the dick.
Well, people act we're gonna get rid of Trump, and then we'll never get another Trump. No, we will.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna just be in 10 years.
Yeah,
because we're stupid. We don't learn our lesson. We do it all the fucking time.
Yeah,
we do it all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. Obama's hey guys. all the progress we made over the last 8 years is on the ballot. Vote for Hillary Clinton. He didn't have to say she was like a great person.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that like all the shit we did is on the fucking ballot, and he was right. So it's like,
oh man.
The point is then we're gonna get someone else that's like some liberal next. Like, you know, Trump probably won't get reelected. He might, but he probably won't.
I think he might.
It's 50-50 right now, probably,
but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then after him, we'll get someone else, and then the fucking dumb kids will vote third party again, and then it'll be the same thing where like, and it's like, the whole thing with third party, it's like, you're gonna fuck a girl that's a 4, or you're gonna fuck a girl that's a 2, and you can write in, well, I'd like to fuck Sidney Crawford, but it ain't gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to fuck the 4. Sorry. Like, fuck the less ugly person in every case.
Not just the less ugly person, like the less, dangerous person too.
It happens every time.
Yeah.
It happened with George Bush, and people were voting third party there.
Yeah.
And then it happened this time, and all the people that voted for George Bush were like, guys, like, this happened again. This happened before. You think it's not a big deal, but it is. And everyone was like, no, I'm going to vote Jill Stein. I'm going to vote all this shit. And this is what happens. Like, he didn't win the popular vote. He won the Electoral College.
Yeah.
So it's like...
No, I mean, and I blame this on... So I came in the next day, and, like, there are people at my old job who I didn't get along with and stuff, but that was a day of, like, real weirdly solidarity. I don't want to get super political, but I remember saying, like, I wanted, like, they were like, well, it's this person's fault. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's all of our faults.
Yeah.
I said, it's everyone's fault. Yeah. And they were like, well, no, you blame. I go, no, you don't blame it on anyone. You blame yourselves. I said, here's why. And I said, here's why, and here's why you can kind of. Well, no, you go like,
okay,
no, not rigged it. I'm not even saying rigged it. I don't fucking buy that shit. I'm sorry, I don't.
No, I'm saying like how Bernie didn't get.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying that, but no, I'm talking about like Trump. Here's why: because we're become a culture of people who said, wouldn't it be fucked up? Instead of here's what we should do. Yeah. We've changed it to wouldn't it be fucked up? Wouldn't it be fucked up if like Donald Trump like started thinking about running? Couple more steps. Wouldn't it be fucked up? Like, we just kept pushing whimsy until whimsy became this, and we let it go because no one ever told him no. No one ever said this is a dumb, stupid idea. They kept letting it happen, and they just kept letting it get more and more out of control. Like, it's fucking terrifying.
The system's been out of whack for a long time.
No, I know, and
that's the thing. Is because a lot of people, especially a lot of the younger millennials, they didn't have to go through Bush and 9/11 and the Patriot Act.
Yeah. But do you remember 9/11? It's fucked up.
Like,
we live in a weird time.
I mean, like, it happening before them. I'm just saying, like, the system's fucked, and I think it's the Trump and all the other stuff. It's a symptom of that.
Yeah.
And, you know, what are we gonna do? I mean, that's like it's how the structure works.
That's where it comes down to people who are not enjoying life because Trump's president, and it's like, okay, well, maybe if you got like maybe, but like. Are you gonna stand in front of like a fucking like Mexican person's house with a gun and stop ICE? Like, no, you're not. So like,
no,
I'm not saying that it shouldn't make you mad. It makes me mad, but I'm not gonna. I don't think anyone, you know, like if you lived in fucking Cambodia and you had a fucking shitty president. Well, you live in Cambodia. What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna every day be. You know, I'm kind of talking shit and being hyperbolic, but at the same time, it's like, it's gonna happen again. We're gonna have a shitty president, and when liberals are president, conservatives are mad, and it's like, well, it's not worth it in the same fucking way. And here's one thing I'll say. You know, it was really interesting because the guy. I don't want to get into the gun stuff really, but like we can. I don't care, but I'm not trying to. Is my point. So like, Killer Mike, rapper, campaigned with Bernie. You know, he was like a big Bernie person, and like was in an NRA ad like a week or so ago, like the day that the big march happened, like last Saturday. He was in an NRA ad, and it was really interesting because I'm on Twitter.
Okay, I think I saw that. I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, he was like saying, he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, I'm not about this protest. He's like, I told my kid if he walks out of school, he's walking out of my house. And so what was really interesting about it, all the liberals that if he didn't campaign with Bernie, but he's in that video, like they would have been like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He's the fucking worst. He's a piece of shit motherfucker. He's in an NRA video less than a month after a massacre. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He can go fuck himself. But because he campaigned with Bernie, they're all oh, well, you know what? We have a differencing of opinion here, but we really like him. I'm saying we should treat everyone that way.
So you're saying
that if someone has a political difference,
you're
we
saying
don't have to hate.
It shouldn't matter. You're saying it shouldn't matter that he. Okay, so you're saying it shouldn't matter that he you're saying that he voiced his opinion, even if he was like a straight up NRA guy. It shouldn't matter, even since he campaigned with Bernie. Like, that's what gets him the get out of jail free card. You're saying even if he didn't do that, it still shouldn't matter. We still shouldn't be giving him shit the way that we would give other people shit.
Well, it was interesting to hear, like, because I just follow, a bunch of liberals on Twitter, and I'm like liberal, but I try not to hate people.
Yeah.
And so it's like this thing where normally he would have gotten so much hate because I know how it works, and I know like if you do something like that, like NRA is the enemy. They fucking all hate the NRA. And I hate the NRA. I think they're awful. So, like, it was just so interesting that they, like, afforded him that amount of respect because of what he did with Bernie. But it's like, shouldn't we all do that all the time? And when we're talking about politics and things like that, like, allow respect. Yeah. Allow, like, a conversation. It was just interesting because you're like, okay, well, liberals are capable of it. Because I'm seeing it right here. He did this thing that they would normally hate. And if he didn't campaign for Bernie, they would be like, we're not listening to Killer Mike ever again. Yeah. Fuck him. But everyone's like, I love Killer Mike. I don't agree with him here. Exactly. Yeah. Like, why can't...
Yeah.
Because that's what it all... I mean, going to the conspiracy is all about... I think it's all about rich people fucking with poor and middle-class people. It's not about black, brown, Asian, white. That's the fucking guys they use and the fuel they use to keep everyone... from fucking having his mental rights, like we don't have help, whatever it is, like just divide and conquer. It's like fucking the easiest thing, and it's like rich people own that shit. So,
I mean,
so that's why I'm just saying. I thought it was cool to see that respect given, and it's like, but that's the perspective we should all have on everyone.
Yes. Yep.
And then when you're a child molester or something, you're like, fuck you, Kevin Spacey. But if you voted for someone or you did something. Like that, or you believe something, like we don't have to fucking hate that person.
I had
other them. So
I had this.
That's what I said on Twitter today. I was like, we need to invent a hate group that we can hate.
Yeah. No, I said this. I said this to Brielle. We were walking down the steps to go vote that day. I remember it. It was raining outside. It was shitty weather. We had just gotten pho, and we were going to fucking vote. And she said, ready to vote? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. And she goes, who are you voting for? I said, I haven't decided yet. I was like, she knew I was voting for Hillary. Like, but I was like, I think I might vote for Trump. And she goes, no, you can't vote for Trump. I go, I absolutely can. I said, I absolutely 100% can. And she goes, you can't. I go, I absolutely can. I can do whatever I want. That's my fucking vote. And she goes, your parents? I go, my parents will respect the fact that it is my choice to choose. If they want to get mad at me, they can do that, but it's my right as an American to choose who I want to vote for. If I want to write in Bugs fucking Bunny on that thing, I'll fucking write in Bugs fucking Bunny. But that's going to be my choice.
That's the beauty of America.
Is it?
And she goes, and she got really scared. And she goes, are you really going to vote for Trump? I go, fuck no, I'm not voting for Trump. Are you out of your mind? No, he's insane. This is crazy. I do. And I said to myself, Hillary's going to win, and it's going to be a very cold moment. And I was fucking wrong. I was way fucking wrong.
I was so wrong, too.
Yeah, we were all wrong. Because we kept pushing whimsy. But yeah, that's my point. You shouldn't get shit for... Like, if my parents got mad at me for voting for Trump, I'd be like, well, go fuck yourselves. Like, this was the exact same moment when they told me you can't scold someone else's child in a restaurant for being shitty. Like, that's the other person's job. Like, that's not your job. And it's like, it'd be the same thing. It's like, you can't scold me for having an opinion and voting for who I did. There are guys I listened to in entertainment who voted for Trump, and I still fucking listen to them. One of my favorite podcasters voted for Trump. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't change who you are. That was your opinion.
That's part of the divide and conquer.
Yeah. Like, Ben Affleck's character said it in The Sum of All Fears. You don't take a nation down from the outside. You put people on the inside and take it apart from the inside. Yeah, Ben Affleck's Sum of All Fears, motherfucker. Okay. Brilliant fucking movie.
I haven't seen it.
He plays Jack Ryan. Secret agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Morgan Freeman's in it too. It's like a buddy. It's like a buddy, like international spy movie.
They've been pushing that Jack Reacher thing so much.
Fuck yeah.
Years. Wait, is Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher different?
Well, Jack Reacher's different from Jack Ryan. Jack Reacher is Tom Cruise in those two movies. Jack Ryan is Harrison Ford. John Krasinski in the new series,
It's a bunch of
Chris Pine, and Ben Affleck. He's kind of like American James Bond, except not nearly as popular.
They were books first, and then they're turned into the movie.
Yeah, same thing with James Bond.
Yeah, so, yeah. But
Well,
I think also, too, like to add with your last thing, was that the agitation, too, is obviously from social media, because none of this shit happened before we had that involved, and this purposely meant to, like, fuck with people's heads. They revealed that this year, too. The guy from Facebook quit because he said they were using algorithms shit to agitate people. So, yeah, I don't know. All I'm going to say is I think, the respect needs to be there. I have no stake in any political affiliation.
No,
I honestly
do.
I do. I mean, I like want them to win.
I do too. I want them to do well, but like,
I don't like them. As
yeah, I mean, I don't either. I don't agree with everything. You're never going to be fully happy.
It comes down to individuals and what they stand for, and when we group things, I think it's where it gets messy, because you know what I mean. Like, if someone's like, I'm in this group, and then because of the actions of this whole group,
I mean,
fucked
up if this is the Matrix and the architect is like, let's just really fuck with him. Like, he's just at his computer just being like,
it might as well.
Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
We're ready to go over to part 2?
Yeah. But to wrap this up real fast.
Yeah.
Because I love comics. And I think that's just the whole point. Like, comics are all about good guys and bad guys dying and coming back to life. And fighting each other forever. Superman's been fighting for almost 100 years. You know, like he's been fighting the same fucking things, fighting the same people.
It's because comics are always in their second act. You can never do a third act on comics.
You really well, and there's no third act in life. And
no,
the third act doesn't end when anyone dies. Life just goes on.
Yeah,
and so it's like this thing where it's like, well, there's always going to be a battle, like good and evil, or truth and lies, I guess. Yeah, and so. I just think it's interesting to like kind of in this way just like realize that and like position yourself that like you just see so many people on both sides, when Obama was president, and obviously I think these people are fucking insane, like just so angry and pissed off that like a black guy is president, but then it's like, well, anger, when you're angry at something else, even if it's a justifiable anger, it's anger. How much anger can your body fucking take? Like how much anger can you fucking like express? Like there's got to be, unless you're really in the fucking trenches with like a pitchfork and fucking killing people and you're like having a revolution. But if you're just going to be on
what
Facebook,
war movie has a trenches with a
pitchfork? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So the fight will always be there.
It's always going to be there.
Always going to be there. And it's worth it. It's just worth the fight.
Yeah.
And that's what comic books are about. It's about just the hope and the like.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To really like.
Wrestling's the same way. Wrestling never ends. It's in its second act consistently. It has to go on. You can't stop it. You're telling a continuous story. People come back, people leave, people die, but it's all part of this giant overarching mythology.
Can we just say that's what the universe is?
Yeah, the universe is. That South Park episode pulled it up perfectly. The one where they find out Earth is a reality show. That's what it is. We're all just a continuing story. One of us might have a kid, one of us might not. Someone's lineage dies, another continues, but the story goes on. That's it.
Yeah, until the aliens come.
I'm looking forward to me putting in the Matrix pod and just go to sleep and power their shit. I don't know. Seems pretty. Can't be worth this fucking shit. Help me.
You Judas.
I'll be like, there's your fucking Matrix movie with me and Greg. It's a short film. Greg's like, we gotta hide, man. I'm like, I'm over here. Greg's like, you bastard. Oh God, don't tell him about me. I go, hey, I know you're gonna plug me in. Can I be rich? And look, everyone gets the same thing. You make your own stuff. I go, what if I told you there's a guy under there and you're like, you Judas, and he just gets snatched up. I'm like, can you make him a garbage man? They're like, why not? And I'll be like a racist garbage man. You bastard! Just turning against you.
Right.
Look, we love garbage men.
Judas Matrix.
We need garbage men. All right. Good. Thanks, everybody. Greg Henry, Ben Colton, the High Weirdness podcast. Check it the fuck out. Yeah, go. So this is part 1. Now we're going to do part 2. So go to the High Weirdness. Is that High Weird? What's your website?
High Weirdness on iTunes or High Weirdness
Apple Podcasts
or blogspot.com. highweirdnesspodcast.com. Check all those out. Look for us on iTunes. We're easy. We're the alien with the luchador mask on. It says High Weirdness. We're the only one with that title.